This is the first podcast we'll be doing. We got Erik Anderson and Jonathan Every time I see a story like past 1 a.m., it's you guys.
Okay, you know what? When you say it like
20 different kids.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation.
Alright, what is going on? We're back with a brand new episode of the Basement Podcast. Episode 33, Larry Bert Podcast. We got the two original people. We're back after 4 years. We got John Vitale, Nevin Bertolino on his first one, and Erik Anderson. How we doing, guys?
Good, you?
Just keep it like a fist away.
Good, you?
I just
I'm doing good.
3 or 4 from me.
Probably.
I gotta break the silence. I'm being way too quiet here. What's up, guys?
Nothing much, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing much, dude.
Well, you know me. I don't really fucking talk.
That is true.
What I want to start off with is, like, we all got super close over the last year, but I don't even know if you know this, but, like, I want to hear, like, how did you two meet each other? Because it was, like, you two, and then, like, we collided, and then, like, way later, we all collided.
Me and
like,
Bert have been friends since, like, 9 years old, so I went to elementary school with his stepbrother Dyson. That's how I met him. And
Good Harbor, right?
yeah, Good Harbor, yeah. Yep.
I
And
remember.
there was a picture of, like, us three jumping off the bridge at Good Harbor. That was my dad's computer lock screen for a few years.
Jack
So,
Fish.
Yeah, and then
If you want to go check out his Facebook, it's
probably
Jack
on there.
Anderson, and there's some wild shit on there.
My dad's
I will
Facebook
say,
is elite.
look it up. Post that.
But,
It is like the epitome of dad Facebook.
he's the only reason I have the Facebook app.
We got so like off track, but his dad has a picture of him laying in the bed with a bunch of roses around him in a heart shape. And he's like, it was like, can you be my Valentine or whatever the
So yeah,
fuck
so
it was.
they went like around.
Dude,
it was,
oh
it was
my God.
4 years ago. They went to. I think it was the Dominican, and you know he's like, it's a picture of him, you know, laid out on the bed with rose petals, and he's just like had to make the opportunity to make you all sick. I'm like, this just scarred me. So
It made me more than sick, Jack.
yeah. But anyway, so yeah, no, you know, I've been friends with Bert for a long time, and then we all started kind of like hanging out as a group when we were like 8th grade, and then here we are.
Is that was Goose Cove, right, in the early high school?
I didn't not that early.
He never went to Goose Cove.
Are you retarded?
Was it like to see the crowd?
Alright.
No, we can't get it. Come on, get his hat.
I'll grab it.
It's a good hair day for me.
I'm good at it. All right.
Like stupid comments.
That wasn't stupid. It was
So then, I don't even remember the first time I even saw Bert. It was probably Hannah's
grad party. Yeah,
Hannah or
that's the
Tom.
What are you too drunk for
He
this
didn't go.
guy?
He didn't go to Tommy's. He was at Hannah's.
He was at Hannah's. Yeah. Damn, because I don't even remember like ever seeing each other, and then
Yeah. What was the first time we like all like linked
actually,
up? After that.
I don't know, dude. It probably was like the first time I saw you like for like a long duration. I think was the first
Did we
tournament.
go to like Good Harbor
Probably.
or something?
Probably the tournament. Yeah.
No, I haven't been to Good Harbor like since I was like 12.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Probably, probably the tournament. Yeah. And then just grew from there.
Yeah. All right, damn,
Couple
dude.
studs.
Couple studs, dude. All right, Bert. I want to ask you
The
this.
best guy around.
What murder?
Sorry.
No worries. Dude, so like when we last were recording, we were obviously still in college and stuff. Now we're out of college. Bert never went to college. Bert, I want to ask you before I ask them like what it's like after college. Like, did you like see? Obviously, you didn't go to college, so you can't like relate to like the feeling of getting out of college. But you were like already in. You have a fucking house. You're killing it. What did you notice like from your friends after they got out of college? Were you kind of like a idea in your head that you were like, I made a fucking good move. I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, a
There's
little
still-
bit. You know, you just gotta know how to run with it, though. Like some kids, like I feel like they just go to like party and shit. You know, I mean, well, you know, you gotta add
Bert,
party.
be honest. If you were to go to college, you would be there.
That's why I
I
didn't
think
go
I
though.
would have got a chick pregnant, and I probably would. I probably wouldn't have anything right now because I'd be paying for the kid. And then, yeah, I probably would have dropped out.
Yeah.
things work out the way they're supposed to.
So, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I dodged a bullet because I knew if I went to college, I'd probably just go off the deep end.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I would just be partying every single night, like just
Yeah.
going fucking nuts and not doing any schoolwork.
It's tough, and I could expect you going like a big school or
My
something.
my thought process behind it was maybe if I know how to like run with it, I can get ahead of people.
Yeah.
And, like I'm financially smart somewhat. I mean, not
as much as we can
Yeah,
with our lifestyle.
yeah. And I can be like I can get the same experience and with my friends just visiting. Like,
Yeah,
and just,
exactly.
like,
That's the
you know what I mean?
funniest thing about college.
And I used to visit like buddies at UMass, like Amherst, all the time, like every other weekend. I went up to his place like 3 or 4 times, more than any of our friends. Shut up.
It was 2. It was more than anyone else, but hey,
It
you're
was
wrong,
2.
not wrong.
It was 2, but
They were 2 weeks apart.
and it was more than not sad. It was more than any of our other friends.
Dude, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite videos
So-
when you guys are shotgunning at the sink.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, oh, who's that kid, dude?
TJ?
TJ's like, we got TJ, we got Berto.
Such
So funny.
what other colleges? I think that's the only 2, honestly. I
Yeah.
don't think I don't,
Those are 2 good ones, though. I
But I
mean,
mean,
Good
like
ones
those-
to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, one's one of the biggest partying colleges in
And
Yeah.
one has a 93% acceptance rate, so the idiots who
So,
like to party.
which I can
Like
relate
me.
to. So
yeah.
yes, I can relate to. But,
All right. So then Johnny was the first one out of the group to graduate. Johnny, what did you worked at the Clam Box for another year after you graduated and then made the big jump. But like, what were your initial, like when you first got out of college, you're like, oh shit, like I just did 4 years of this. Like, what's next?
It's a huge shock when you like first finish college, because like kind of like have that mindset of like, you know, how you've been growing up with school and stuff, and then once it's gone, you're like, all right, what now? Like, you don't know what you gotta do. Like, there's no plan. Like, you know what job you gotta get. You don't know if you're ever gonna get the job that you went to school for, or like how life's gonna play out. And for me, it took me a while to get like my job that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
It took me like over a year, I want to say, because like when I graduated, I went to the Clam Box, and it was like a year of working there, and like I'll be applying on LinkedIn and Indeed, and most of the time it goes nowhere. Like
Yeah.
all these interviews, like they interview you and you don't hear from
I was
them.
just about to bring that up. Like, out of all the people that I've like went to college that I know, like, they're like, yeah, I can't even get into like what I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
half of them don't even, like a couple guys I work with. They worked like they went to UMass Lowell. One of them, a couple others went to like UMass, one of the UMasses, but they yeah, like one of them went to school for like engineering. He ended up being an EMT, and now he works where I work, which is where he works right now. Is kind of like engineering, but like he's not on the engineering side of it, and he went to school for
Exactly.
it. Like, you know what I mean?
Probably
So it's
with
like,
time you'll probably
Yeah.
get there, but like as of now,
I mean, he's well past his time. He's been out of college for like 10 years. It's crazy. Like,
That's-
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, life goes in different ways.
he like looked at me. He's like, "You were smart." Like,
Yeah.
No,
so
deadass.
it depends on how you run with it. Like I said, like you gotta
Yeah.
know, like you gotta kind of plan
Well,
ahead.
if you
but-
don't
Yeah.
go to college,
But
you're just gonna be a grinder.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, this is something my dad told me very early and still tells me all the time. He's like, at work or in anything, there's so many lazy people out there that
Way
if
too
you
many.
that if you just do your job or like to your the best of your ability, you're better than half the people out there because half the
Yeah.
people don't.
Christ, I'm out here doing side jobs, for people.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
just
exactly-
put up a door
it's-
today. Like,
well,
it's
it's-
because
yeah.
I used to do carpentry, so like
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like,
I'll do side shit for people.
yeah, you bust your ass, dude. I mean, like, and that's the thing. Like, if you bust your ass, like your dad was saying, like, if you just bust your ass, it doesn't matter what you're in. You're gonna be pretty
You're gonna
good,
be all right.
unless it's liberal
It's gonna
arts.
get noticed-
That's kind of
It's
hard.
gonna get noticed by someone, your
Yep.
boss or whoever, and even if you're in an entry level position, you're gonna get to the next one and then
Yeah.
just keep doing the same thing, and you'll be all right.
You're
Yeah.
also gonna be a really good talker though too.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
not like a
Oh, you're
kiss ass.
very good at that.
Don't be a kiss ass. Don't
Yeah.
be one of those people, guys. But you gotta know how to talk your way. Like you gotta be a smooth talker at the same
You
time.
gotta be
But you don't need to
noticeable.
kiss ass either. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be
You
noticeable.
should.
It's gonna be
You gotta be,
noticeable.
you gotta be.
Kiss asses, like
Presentable.
people will notice when people are trying to kiss their ass. Like, all right, this guy's just
Yeah.
a fucking. kiss ass.
Unless you're in like a really corporate America world though, kissing ass is like
Yuppie
they
pricks
love
with
it.
suits.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like
those are-
this
those
kid.
psycho
I'll put it. I'll
CEOs,
put it into
dude.
perspective of kissing ass like bad. This is like getting on your knees, kissing ass. This kid at work, like he worked on the building side. Like I build semiconductors, so for
Shout out
materials.
Applied Materials variant.
Yeah, he was on the building side
Blackburn Circle.
where I'm at. Like, and he was in test, but he like physically couldn't do like building stuff. Like he was terrible with his hands. Almost killed someone in test. That's what he. That's what he is now.
What?
He knew how to smooth talk, and he was such kind of like a kiss ass. Well, not kind of, what is. That he is actually the quality manager.
Wow.
One of them.
Jesus.
One of them. I'm like, how the hell does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah, in corporate world, I guess you gotta kind of kiss ass.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to know how to
They
play the
love it,
game.
but, I
There's a
mean,
game.
Personally, me, I
Right.
can't do that.
Yeah.
But
Same here.
I just can't.
kiss
Like,
ass.
I think my dad would fucking disown me if I did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, nor should you. I mean, like, if you're like a professional.
Eric,
kiss
other
ass-
side, other side. There we go.
Good?
Yeah, you have this face you,
Alright,
yeah.
word. But yeah, if you're a professional kiss ass, like, you know, it might get you to a certain level, and depends on what field you're in, this that, whatever.
Yeah,
But it's just
exactly.
like
Depends on
everyone
the
else around you is going to hate you because you're a kiss ass.
Oh yeah, like all the guys that I
100%.
worked with on the line, like we were like, dude, what a kiss ass. Like we just like he's actually a wicked nice kid. Like I've actually seen him out at like bars and stuff, and like hung out with him and like gotten drinks with him. Yeah, cool kid out of work. But like when we're at work, I'm like that fucking prick.
Yeah.
I'm like that
prick
kiss
thing?
ass.
Yeah.
I'm like that goddamn kiss ass. Like fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
but he is a nice kid though.
One thing that helps
But-
being noticeable, while not being a kiss ass and being a good talker, is like I go out to the Buffalo Wild Wings or something every Thursday at my job, and I'm always with my operations manager.
Yeah, he's
and,
gonna be
like,
cool.
and,
though.
like some
You
of
don't have
the
to
some of the
kiss
higher
ass.
ups come, and like you just become like a friend with them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
like,
act.
go-
You act genuine.
Yeah,
like
genuine.
you're coming. Like the worst thing you could do is like you can. All right, you can exaggerate how you treat people or whatever. Like try to get a job, but like if it's like so far off from like who you actually are, like that's not good. That's not sustainable. Like
yeah, exactly, definitely.
yeah. All right, Eric,
Yes.
you're the. We both graduated. I kind of like. I'll talk about mine a little bit, but you talk about your situation. You are kind of in the field that you went to school for, but like,
Yeah, so
Like, how do
I'll
you
take I'll take it from there. So, yeah, I went to UMaine, graduated with a degree in media studies, minor in marketing, and you know, I wanted to get into sports media. It's something I've always wanted to do because you know, I'm not going to the NFL, so I mean,
I would assume not.
yep, no, you're not wrong. They're not hiring 6'2", 230 tackles in the NFL. So,
That's like the size of the running back. Yes.
precisely.
dude, you would get your ass whooped.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Oh really? You don't say.
So anyway, sorry, let's get sidetracked. But yeah, so it was a struggle to try to find something. Like I had a couple things like, oh yeah, I like had a few phone calls with people for and that was graduated year and a half ago, and for the first May to January, so that's what 8 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just working with my dad slinging fish. Shout out Halibut Jack Seafood. But sponsored. But yeah, so I had a little struggle trying to find a job, and you go through the mental stuff of it too, because when you first like when you get a day off, like oh it's a day off, and then it was like continual like in a cycle, like oh I'm only working a couple days a week, like with my dad, and it's just like it weighs on you mentally, like I'm a fucking bum, like I'm doing nothing with my life. And then I was thankful enough to get an opportunity to work at TD Garden with the Bruins. They opened this new museum called Heritage Hall. Everyone check it out.
Get a tour with Eric.
Yep, yeah.
It is actually pretty sick. I want to check it out.
Yeah, so got there. They got hired in February, and they opened up in March. And the last few months, I've been giving tours as well because a lot of our hours are getting cut in our position because they told my boss hire X amount of people because they want this many people on working on a regular day, and then this amount of people working on a game day shift, like pregame, and then very shortly after, they look at the financial model and they're like, well, we're going to need to cut back on employees. And then the summer is the busy season because it's all tourists, and especially with the Celtics winning the World Championship, everyone's trying to come to TD Garden. So then, come back into the fall, you would think, working for the Bruins, hockey season is the busiest season. No, it's the dead season, actually. But so been doing that since February, and then little breaking news. I already told them and told a couple other people. So I had a phone call with the editor of the Boston Herald yesterday, and it went very well. And they might have something for me covering high school sports, and that's a dream job to work for. That's an esteemed paper. That's not the Ipswich Chronicle, or which no disrespect to any of that, but that's a legitimate big time. It's not the Globe, but it's the number 2 paper in Boston. And
Yeah.
The newspaper industry is dying by the day, but you're gonna have online papers for the rest of the time. You need people to report news, and people care about sports. So that's what. They said to contact him right after the New Year. So fingers crossed. Looks like we got something, but not there yet. But,
Let's go, Eric.
I love it. I got a question off of that though.
Sure.
Did you ever think before you went to college, were you like, I'm gonna go into business and try to take over my dad's business? Did you ever actually think?
So
of that?
if I were to take over my dad's business, that's always been in the back of my mind, and it's always been.
You got a second plan. That's
Yeah,
good.
and I've been very lucky to have that, because a lot of people don't have a family business to run. That's a one-person business that I've been working with my dad since I've been 12 years old, and if I were to do that, I probably wouldn't have gone to college, because college is not going to teach me anything in that business that my dad
Financially, maybe, but
Slightly, right?
Yeah. Honestly,
you could definitely get a
college,
different little edge, but not a crazy edge.
If
probably.
I were to just take over, if my plan out of high school was to take over that, I wouldn't have gone to college, because I've taken business classes, I've taken this, that. There's nothing that can teach you that working in the actual field and working in the world and seeing how things work, logistically wise, they're not going to teach you that in school. They're not going to teach you, for example, working with my dad this week is the price of haddock has gone up because flying out of Iceland is, they don't have as many planes going out right now because it's Christmas time, and you got to think I'm gonna buy this product 2 days ahead of time, because in 2 days from now it's not going to be that same price.
Yeah.
A business class will teach you things like that, but once you get in the actual field, if I were to take over his business, I wouldn't have gone to college.
Yeah.
But I've always had that as a backup option. So if I didn't make it in this sports field, I've always had that to fall back on. I've kind of had a little internal pressure, because my dad just turned 65 in August, so he's looking to retire in the next couple of years, and he told me, he's like, I'll retire when either A, you want to take over my business, or B, when you find something you're happy in doing. And he's like, I want you to find something that you were happy in, I wouldn't mind if you took over my business too. But he's like, when I started this, I wanted to be, something that I wanted to do. And, we're from Gloucester. It's the fishing town and this, that, whatever. I wanted to do something I wanted to do. And now you're, want to find something you do. That's all respect to it. And so the thing, it's looking like it's trending. I don't have to take over that business, but it's always there if I need it. Well, for the next couple of years till he retires, if that answers your question.
That's pretty nice.
Nice, dude.
That was a good answer to that.
That was a great answer.
I like that.
All right. I'm going to get into when we all became friends, because I swear it all happened within the last year. Because I feel
a little more than tight.
No, not exactly. We've hung out multiple times before
more
that,
this year than ever before. Not even close.
I think last year we hung out a little bit, all us. I'd hang out with you guys individually, and then us with our group, and then there'd be the tournament, or you guys would come down for Fiesta. There would be those little one-offs.
Yeah.
But us four have been hanging out a lot over the last year.
Yeah. For sure. What would you say is your biggest? So we kind of just talked about this shit, but I just want to say one thing. If there's one thing that you took away from college, and you took away from watching people, their experiences at college, and then you sitting there and digesting it. What's one thing that you guys say that you took away that stands out with you and that you're gonna carry with you? Something, it could be something that you learned in school. It could be something that someone taught you. It could be something not even do with college that you experienced at college.
Like I said before, you just got to know how to run with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to know where you're going.
Yep.
You can't sit in limbo and just be like, oh, it's just another 4 years of school. You got to actually kind of plan ahead. You got to run with it. You got to go with it. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go to college.
The biggest thing I took away from college, I guess the biggest takeaway was balance, life balance. because when I was in college, I was in courses, like I was in a science major, so I was doing lab, and lab is like a whole different section of the class. It takes like 3 hours of your day. So I'll do class, lab, and then I'll be hanging out with friends, you know, partying, and then I play college lacrosse too, and like practice and games, it all takes a lot of time. And like I was working at, like for example, my senior year, I was working at Pat's Peak, the ski resort. So it's like I have to balance my life for friends, work, class, and lacrosse, and like it's a lot. Like you know, no person might get stressed out by it, or like I got to do like 2 things of those. But if you just balance it like correctly, you have a good time and have a lot of fun. So that's what I learned.
You are. He already said it. He just said it.
That's
the first one.
Sorry. Yeah. My real main takeaway: college is bullshit.
And you went home McFly.
No, never.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that like college is basically showing to your future employer, I can show up to a place for 4 years every day, get and do what I need to get done at a satisfactory level.
Yeah.
That's all college really is. And you know, you learn whatever it is your major is, and this, that, whatever.
Like Harvard or some shit.
Yeah, unless you're at like in
Then I
an
guess that
Ivy
doesn't
League
really-
school
yeah,
or
then
shit
it's
like
kinda
that.
a little
But
different,
for the
but-
general population, it's all bullshit. And
I
it's
totally
just
agree with
meeting
you.
people
College
that
is
you make
bullshit,
connections with.
I will say it's a big money grab now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, if you're
I
not
feel
in
like
a-
they don't really care as much as they used to really actually care
No,
about
absolutely,
people
yeah.
going.
Oh yeah, but I mean everything's just jacked up, but
Even
it's
like
also
20 years ago.
like, dude, what you were talking about with your dad, right? Like your dad would basically just need like the business level, like you talked about, like just supply and demand, price matrix, whatever. All you have to do is take an introductory class, but they'll charge you $100,000 for a whole business degree in something where like you don't need that. Like you're not even gonna, what they teach you, you're not even gonna save that in like learning how to be efficient with a business. So it's like the math doesn't even add up. Don't go to college, save the $100,000, watch YouTube videos, learn it on yourself. Like there's not that much to learn from it. I mean, it's all depending on whatever you're in. Yeah, I don't know what else to even say on that. College is
Scam.
if you're not in a STEM degree, and I can't stress this enough. If you're not in a STEM degree, if you're going for liberal arts, draw out your fucking house. Draw out your house, watch YouTube videos. Don't go there. If you're like, no, I'm just being serious. I'm not even trying to be rude. My nan is an artist. Like, you know, it's just different times. You shouldn't be paying $100,000 to learn how to fucking draw.
Like, for example,
Teach yourself. Watch YouTube videos. Like,
I was in the College of Liberal Arts because I mean, it's the CMJ family.
oh,
is-
sorry, I didn't.
No, that's okay. I mean, I'm with you. I think like most of the things they teach you, most of my classes were literally trying to teach me communism. It's like, I'm not even kidding. Because most of my classes were media classes, so the media is
It's crazy because you're at UMaine.
well, yeah, no shit. So, like, one of the four, like, most like conservative of state
That's all I'm
colleges.
saying. That's just crazy.
But no, yeah, I mean, it's just it's the whole idea of just you know you try to learn these things, but like obviously, I mean, most people who know me, they know I'm a conservative. College just made me double down on my opinions because they try to teach me like I can just see so clearly through this bullshit, and like what is this having to do? Like obviously take like specific classes have helped me out and this that whatever, but most of them are just like ridiculous, and like they
Really?
teach
Do
you.
you want to go to jail?
Kinda.
Keep it up, jackass. I'm gonna put you in cuffs.
Yeah.
Don't tell me with a good time. But,
Whoa!
it'd be the first time I was in cuffs. Anyway. Nothing to do with that. But
Hey, Eric, what the fuck?
nothing to do with that. But never mind.
You hear
never
that?
mind.
Put him in cuffs.
It was actually a male cop, so
Whoa, That's a weird roleplay, huh?
it's Beatty.
Oh man. All right, let's transition into it. So, like we said, we started hanging out. I feel like we were all at the sports bar, and
It was like beginning of January.
yeah,
last
it was. I mean, it was definitely cold out, and we were all just
I
playing.
joined you guys?
Yeah,
I
we
joined
were
you
all
guys.
we were all playing pool.
Yeah.
And Aiden had like Dan and who? No, yeah, Dan was at his house. Like, there was like a bunch of people at Aiden's house, and he was like, "Yo, do you guys want to go to Florida and get a house?" And we're like, "Fuck yeah!"
That was a no-brainer.
Well, we all go. Let's just go over the trip, dude. Because I mean, That was a fucking great trip. Us three showed up, but that's the funniest thing. Right? That's where I think we got close, because I was like, we hadn't really hung out. Us three hadn't really hung out at all, and you came down to just fucking basically only hang out. Like Johnny and I were the only two people you really kind of knew. Like,
yeah, I'm a people's person. I love meeting new people.
No effect.
It is, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, funny story about that. I think when I was in the airport with Johnny, that quite possibly might be the most hungover I've ever been in my life. And if you know me, I drink like a fish. I don't get hungover.
Like a fish.
I'm fucking dry. We're in line. I'm straight dry heaving. I'm like, Johnny, dude, I'm gonna throw up in the line. And he's like, dude, don't do it. I'm like, I know, there's no trash bag. I kept,
Dude,
this is gonna sound really disgusting, but I actually kept throwing up in my mouth and I had to swallow it because I couldn't throw it. I'm not even talking you. I couldn't.
She said.
All right, dude. And no. So, what would you do? You're in a packed airport. There's no trash in sight. Are you gonna throw up all over the floor and embarrass yourself, or are you gonna take one for the team? Exactly.
I would just throw.
Dude, I was probably white as a ghost. I could have swore when I walked up to like check my bags and stuff, I could have swore like they were gonna be like, "You all right, pal?"
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, white as a ghost.
Dude, we didn't get to tell. Dude, that was the funniest shit, Eric. When we were Rolling Loud. Oh my god, dude. Rolling,
North Carolina.
Listen, yeah, we got so many airport stories. All right, so we're going to Rolling Loud, Miami, 2022.
Yep.
It's like July or something, I think. And we're fucking going. We went to Aiden's house. We stayed up all night. We played basketball like till 3 a.m.
And our flight was at 6 a.m.
Yeah, and we were fucking, and so everyone, like, we barely slept. We might have slept 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was under an hour.
Yeah, and so then we wake up, we go to the airport, and I think Ephraim has edibles.
Yeah, so I took edibles before. I'm like,
Oh my gosh, dude.
so I take the edibles that I got that night, and I'm like,
His eyes already like bloodshot because he has contacts in all night.
It's like those memes. It's like this,
Yeah.
These edibles aren't shit. Next
Dude,
thing you
yeah,
know, he
that's-
looks like the fucking
that's
shit from the
exactly
Dairy
what it
commercial.
was. That's exactly what it was. Because I got like these edibles from Happy Valley. They're like 5 milligrams a piece, and I'm a stoner, and that's not gonna do shit to me. So I took like 3 of them, and they didn't hit. It was like an hour later, and they didn't hit. We were just playing basketball at Aiden's house, and after was just like, I have these 30 milligrams. Like, oh shit, I'll take one. So they didn't. The moment they hit is when we got to Logan Airport.
Oh, dude, we park in the parking lot, and we're heading upstairs. We're taking like escalators, elevators, and shit. And I look over at Eric, and he's just like,
Random check on Eric.
everyone knows it too. Like when Eric's like,
nightmare when he's already baked. He's like
One of the highest I've ever been in my life.
dude. We're standing in line for security, and he keeps looking over me like, he's like, it's 5 a.m. Like no one's even in there. He's like, do you think they can tell? Like,
Yeah, he's looking over me. I'm like, are they gonna kick me off this plane for being high? I'm like, I don't know. Like,
don't fuck with me right now. Can you tell?
No?
obviously, they're gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, dude. So he's
you're like nightmare.
and then Ian's making it worse. Ian's just like, yo, Eric, why are your eyes so red? He's like, shut the fuck up.
And that's the first time I ever met him. So I'm just like, this fucking asshole.
Eric goes to give the guy the ID to let the TSA guy, and Eric's just so tweaked out. He's like,
He gives the guy his credit card by accident.
it's like, sir, what is this?
I'm surprised I didn't, honestly.
10% off your next Hannibal check, bitches.
What's the officer problem?
Oh, dude, that was.
Ossifer?
And then on the way back, we told this story at your Christmas party. On the way back, we're like, Aiden and I were shopping, and we're like, oh, dude, I'm thinking in my head, what can we do to get something that's funny, like to like fuck with Eric, or like fuck with someone, but it's like,
It's gonna be me.
sorry,
It always gotta be Eric.
and
You're the most clueless.
dude,
I'll just give the best reactions.
Even I would notice, and I'm pretty clueless too, though.
No, because I packed up my entire I'll just tell the story.
All right, so-
Eric's more lost in Bert.
Oh, God, no.
we'll get into that. So then
do
we're
a whole on here
at
for that.
CVS, right? And I'm like, we're going down the aisles, and I'm just like, all right, here we go, like French onion dip. Like, this is the most random fucking item ever. And so Eric packed up his bag or whatever, and he was using my bag.
Yeah, best
This
part of
is
the story
like
Norris's suitcase.
that's to remember. So we put the French onion dip in there, and we're cleaning out the fucking room. Like, it's the last day. Everyone just clean up shit. Like, yo, does anyone want this? Whatever, whatever. There's only so many eggs left, and we cooked them up already, and we were going to throw them out. We ended up putting the raw eggs in Eric's bag.
AKA Norris's bag.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Yeah. So we get to the airport, right? And we purposely get everyone in front of Erik, so he's the last one to go through security for his bag, knowing that his bag would get pulled off to the side because of the French onion dip. And we're all the way up the escalators, looking at the top of the escalators, like looking down, and then we see the officer open the bag and pull out the French onion dip. We're like, sir, why is it in your bag? And Eric's like, I don't know, like, how'd that got there? Like, it's the funniest fucking shit. And he got
When we were in the hotel,
Did you guys tell the guy like that?
oh no, we were way up the escalator. We were like looking down at him, like laughing, like.
You say you like it must have been my friend.
I'm like, all right, I know that was
Like, you're like, it's like some big black dude, like, why you got this in here, bro? Like, Eric's like,
tackle him, he's got a weapon.
Eric's like, I love onion dip. But then, yeah, the eggs got all crushed in there, and it was like so nasty to clean up.
Yeah, so when we get home, I give Norris his suitcase back. I didn't know the eggs were in there until gave it back.
Just dried yolk on the the inside of the bag. Dude. So gross, bro.
The smell must have been so
raunchy. His clothes got mixed in with it, though, dude.
It was probably warm as shit too.
Oh yeah, from Miami, dude. That shit was toasting, bro.
Gross.
So toasty.
That must have smelled like fucking ace.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's get back. We'll get back into the Florida trip, dude. So we were down there. We just kicked it, dude. The first like 3 days.
He wasn't even there yet.
You flew in Thursday.
Thursday
I was there
night
from Monday.
Dude, so Kivy.
I just started the job. I'm like, all right, I can't take a whole week off. I
Yeah.
can do the weekend.
Yeah, so like Kivy came down and he was supposed to leave Wednesday, and obviously first night we all got fucking banged up. We got after it, obviously.
Oh my.
We wake up on Tuesday morning, pouring up the Ciroc mixes, and we're like, all right, we're fucking. This is what we're doing. And Max is just like, I talked to Max, and I'm like, you're not gonna want to leave on Wednesday. He's like, yeah, I know. So.
Yeah, because originally he was supposed to leave Wednesday. I was getting there Thursday. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I want to see Kivs down there. Like when we get down there after we leave the airport. Kivs are like, oh, you left. I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah, dude. So we booked Max's flight. We changed it from Wednesday to Sunday. We didn't tell anyone else coming down, and we were at the American Backyard. Super fun place.
Good bar.
If you're down in Fort Lauderdale, go there. It's fucking so fun down there. It's literally like a backyard party.
It really is sick.
Yeah.
They got a big ass stage back there,
Yeah.
and like.
They have a second floor, like. Yeah, it's fucking good. So they showed up, like they went. You guys got off the plane, went to the place, dropped off your shit, and then went right there.
Yeah, so we stopped at the house. I mean, it took me 2 minutes to change. Everyone we were else was there took fucking forever. But yeah, literally just went there and took the Uber there, and then met you guys at America's Backyard.
Yeah, dude, that was a fucking good time, dude.
Great story about that.
We're getting into that, dude. So like later we go back to the American. We go back to the. I know, but we go back to the American Backyard on Saturday night.
Yeah, my cousin joined us out, and he had a fucking exam that
Cousin
morning.
Bruno.
Yeah, but we go out there, and there's there's a cute group of Southern girls.
I don't like to point fingers, but this guy.
Do we want to continue the story of how the rest of the night goes?
Oh wait, no, that's a different one.
So, no, hear this
What's
one.
up, Dan? Good to see you.
What's up, dude?
Hey, welcome.
What's going
A
on?
new guest out here.
So,
Dan, introduce
No,
yourself.
funny story.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go, Erik. You're standing on it, dude.
You were standing on it.
Help him plug it in. He's banged up.
Okay.
Can you?
When we're,
Be gentle with it.
I think one of the best stories though is when we're out.
Is
to
it light
dinner.
red?
Remember?
Oh, the dinner story.
You gotta- Dude, have you been muted, bro? Dude.
No, I just unplugged it. So we're good.
What up?
Say hi, Dan.
All right,
Sick fuck.
continue.
So fucking. Remember we were at dinner and we're sitting at the table like,
Oh,
it's his birthday. We're trying to actually be nice and get him like free drinks and shit. And he's like, shut the fuck up, it's not my birthday. And I'm like, are you retarded, dude? I'm like, that's a fucking. Take the free drink.
He's thinking about his.
I think they're trying to make fun of me. Get the fucking
No. So he goes to the bathroom. All right, but we gotta like. There's also like other things to it too, though. Like we like the shower happened before that, right?
Okay, the shower. Yeah, they were pouring like ice and like.
Oh no. So the first day I take a shower. I get out of the shower. I'm like, putting clothes on, like, whatever, and they just like open the door and they're like, open the door, bucket of ice water. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, fuck, you already out of the shower? I'm like, yeah.
That video is so fucking funny.
I'll put it in. I'm trying to put it in.
And then the next day when I go to take a shower, I'm in a different shower and. They come in and throw a fucking tin of Ben and Jerry's ice cream at me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm not cleaning this up.
I mean, you're in a fucking shower. You don't need to clean up ice cream.
He was being a soft
It was
serve.
melted ice cream.
Yeah, he was being a complete soft serve. No, dude, you're already in the shower. It's like someone just dumping like shampoo on you. Like,
a little. I'm taking a shower. Someone opens the door and whips a ton of fucking ice cream at me.
That I would be dying laughing if someone did that. To be honest,
Because I knew you
I'm
guys
already in the
were
shower. Like you're gonna get washed off anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
the
just-
fact it was
I'd
at
be
me. I'm like,
cracking up. I'd be like, you're a moron.
I'm like, all right, I'm not cleaning this shit up because the whole ice cream tin is in the shower after I'm done.
That's
I was shaving that day too with the worst fucking razor of all.
All right, sorry guys, this stopped recording, so we're gonna hop back into it. We just wrapped up some of the Florida stories. We'll get into the Red Hot Chili Pepper story. So, on our way to the airport, Bert worked overtime. He works overnight shifts, but he works overtime too. Our flight was at 5 a.m. He didn't fucking sleep, I don't think.
I worked from 3 p.m. to like 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. Went home, I already had my shit pre-packed, so I was ready to go.
Yeah. And then we get to the airport, and Eric's got like his igloo cooler bag. Like he's got like a straight up like.
For 36 hours, didn't he?
But he didn't ask any of us if we had a duffel bag or like.
No,
he's just like, nah, this looks good. And now tell me this: if you're walking into an airport, right? Or sorry, you're working for TSA, right? It's 6 a.m. and you are looking for one of the most suspicious people.
Oh, you just started pointing at Bert. What the fuck?
He walks in with a goddamn igloo bag. Not even a duffel bag, a fucking cooler.
We'll throw up a
Now,
video of
when
what it
you
looks
think to
like.
yourself, that guy looks pretty fucking suspicious.
And
Yes.
a trash can could do. You just do a trash.
A trash can.
yeah.
Walking the trash
Yeah,
can.
like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. But we get into the line, and there's, if you've ever been to an airport, any airport.
Which Eric has been multiple
Different
times.
from the one in Miami.
No, it's
all the
literally
same.
the same thing, dude.
It's not the same layout.
It's literally you
They're all the
put your thing in a fucking bucket thing,
And there's two different
and
lanes.
it goes
There's a flagged lane, and there's a regular.
Yes.
But at Logan,
and
it's
it
different from
stops
Miami.
right at the pivot point, and it's just like that's when the guy's on the computer reading it and like, oh, this shit looks sus. Click, goes in the other lane, or he sees, oh, it's fine.
Yes.
Just lets it through.
Why don't you get flagged for a racer?
Okay,
Okay.
that's metal. It's
So
sharp.
anyway-
It's sharp metal.
Yeah, so anyway, though, there's two different lanes. It's in a fucking plexiglass divider. Now, I did a visual representation earlier.
Yeah.
I can do it again if you guys would want
We
to.
can just like we'll just do it like this, dude. We can just do it like this is like the conveyor
Okay.
belt. Like all the
All
shit's
right.
going down
Yes.
normal, right? Like bag went through normal.
This is
you
the
can't even
barrier.
tell. You can't even tell. All right, so like we'll just do a visual like this. Like bags are going through normal, right? Like passing on the belt, and then Eric's bag comes here. The guy's like, "This is
Gets shipped
sus."
into the flag.
Boom, boom. He goes
Behind
on the
the
other side,
plexiglass.
behind the plexiglass.
And this is really funny, actually, but so there's like and then they have like one of those like rope like dividers, like or whatever to like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
where
it's
the
just like some
opening
little
is,
fucking
where the
thing.
opening is, so they can get in and out easy, but it still blocks it off. So, Eric just scoots his ass right by that and goes on the other side.
I'll wait. I'll
TS,
wait.
me and Jack look at each other, and we're like, dude, what the fuck? He's gonna get tackled. What's he doing? We didn't even say anything.
Yeah, we're like, is he actually doing this
I
right now?
didn't think of that. We should have probably said something, but we were just like watching it. Like, we were just
Like,
mind
wait,
blown.
is he actually doing this?
Yeah, we were just mind blown.
Yeah.
And the lady from TSA just turned around and she goes, sir, what are you doing? He's like, what do you mean? I'm grabbing my bag. And she goes, this is the flagged lane. You got to get out of here. Like, this is where we check bags that get flagged. And he's like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Like flips out, and the lady's like, dude, like, get out of here. Like, and he gets all mad at the lady, but me and Jack are like, dude, like, how are you going to get mad at her? She's doing her job, and you clearly are, not, like, doing something you should have been tackled for.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, now let's hear his bullshit side of the story.
All right, so I'm gonna map it out for you using these. So, all right. So
They
these
can't
are
see that, Eric.
Well, this is-
Oh, they can kind of see it. They can kind of see it.
all right,
What's
so
the
Just don't tip it
problem?
over.
No, what's the officer problem? No.
So, all right, so see, these are the two sides of the plexiglass, and like say this is the bag. Like say this is the normal bag. This is the flag bag. So I thought they were just doing them like like they alternate because it was Norris then me then Bert. And I'm like, all right, because it's 5 in the morning. I'm not really thinking. I don't go to airports too much. And I'm like, all right, I want to go grab my bag. Didn't think much of it because there's a wide open gap right here. No one's standing there. I didn't know I was supposed to not go in there. I'm like, all right, I went to go grab my bag. I get looked at like I have 10 heads. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, grabbing my bag. And she's just like, it's flagged. I'm like, oh, sorry. And yeah, I was not
And
happy.
it's over there because you're special.
He's like, he looks at us, he's like, what a bitch. Yeah. I'm like, dude.
No, she was a bitch. No, she was a bitch.
I don't remember it being like that. No, she's just doing.
She was just like, you're an idiot. Like, which
No,
I
if she just said, you're an idiot, go back on the line.
And he got all mad because he went on the other side, and then they're like, we're gonna have to send the bag back there. You're like, oh god, like
And
here
then
we fucking
walk
go.
through fucking like I already walked through like the scan thing. You hold your hands up and they like scan your body, and then I got fucking assaulted on that. I got my nuts grabbed
They
like
just
4
yerk.
times.
They try to yerk you.
I wish.
What the fuck? That's fucking.
Yeah, so like I walk in through this thing and grab my bag, and
Dude, there's a plexiglass divider. Like, how do you say that looks like I should walk through it?
Yeah.
as there was a gap.
Yeah. Who knows?
There's a gap with a rope across it.
Yeah.
Not enough to not let me in.
Super sensitive.
You had
Yeah,
to
I
swing
mean,
your
well,
ass around
you don't
it.
know. Like when they see him, like they made the point, like how like
left it
sus.
open.
Like if you see someone behind the line, and like you said, like you're like a little sus, like then you're gonna be like, oh, what the
She was
fuck?
right to do her job in hindsight, but in the moment, it's 5 in the
Yeah, it
morning.
took an hour convincing.
I know
to
you're
tell
like
him that
you're
he was
half
fucking
asleep.
wrong.
You're just like out of it.
He
Whatever.
was convinced
like,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
completely in the right for that. By the way,
Correct.
guys. It
for
was
at
just,
least an hour.
It was just. Oh yeah.
Basically,
for-
until we got on the plane.
We even forgot to say this on the first time around. Well, like I said, the shit we just weren't recording for some reason. But when we were next to the Harvard students, dude, oh my gosh,
Okay, guys,
Bert wasn't doing it to like be racist or anything like
so
that.
you
Like
guys know,
obviously, like
I don't know if you guys know like the South Park writers. They made like what is it? Team America.
Independent film, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Team America or whatever the hell it's called. And like in one of the episodes, he's like talking to like a terrorist, and he's like Durka, like
Muhammad Jihad.
Sherpa Sherpa.
Sherpa.
Sherpa Abagala. And the guy's just like, oh, Durka. Like the guy, so I don't know why I just thought of that. Probably because we're in airport
Because he
terrorism,
saw
like
a
so,
bunch
of
and I just thought of that. I'm like,
Islamic students.
yeah.
yeah, and in front of us was a couple like Indian and Islamic students, and I was saying that shit, and I'm like,
Eric and I looking at each other like, what the fuck
and I'm
is
like,
going
and
on?
I'm like,
enough for them to
and I
hear.
just thought to myself, I'm like, well, if they get all offended, I'll just show them the video so they understand what I'm even talking about.
Well, because it's 5 a.m. at the airport, everyone's dead quiet. Like everyone's kind of just
I'm just
concerned
like-
today.
I'm
We're
just like-
running through
I'm
the
just
airport.
like,
"Ah!"
I just keep going. I just
Loud
keep
as
looking at.
fuck.
Like, I could not stop. I just keep looking at like Norris and like when they're like, "Oh, we gotta go over here." It's just like, "Oh, they're gonna." Like, I just couldn't stop saying it for like a good
So
entire
funny.
2 hours. And like, yeah.
But
And,
then
like, it was so funny.
we went to Nashville, got fucking gas breakfast there. That was really good
maybe that
breakfast.
place.
I don't know, but we'll definitely Nashville. We went there for 4 hours, or not even. We went there for a couple hours. We went there for a couple hours, and we were like, we gotta come back here.
Yeah,
so
this
if
might be
anyone,
a 2026
there's a couple
trip.
people
Or
that are from
fall of,
Ipswich that
20,
moved there, like
Sick.
Ronnie,
Sick there.
Bella Plants, I'm not sure if Izzy and Olivia moved there, but there a couple people from Ipswich moved out. Chase.
Yep.
Chase, we'll see Chase tonight. But then we fly into North Carolina for the concert. We're gonna see Ice Cube and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
He's looking a little low.
Red Hot Chili Peppers and Ice Cube, and we get to the hotel. Bert, like we said, Bert was just grinding all night, so he's like, my back heals. Sleeping on, I mean, being on an airplane too, like you're just so like, it just
and I
fucking.
have like back problems to begin with, so I was like, I gotta like rest for later because I know I'm gonna get shit faced and act like an idiot.
So Eric and I are like, all right, we're gonna try to find like a food truck. We go outside and we're trying to find this food truck. It's like right down the street from us, apparently. I think we walked like one street too far, and our hotel was nice. Like it was a good hotel, like good quality, but it was just at a bad spot. We walked down the street and it's like, Eric, get off your phone, man. Screenager. And we go one street too far. And it's sus. It's like Crackhead Nation. It's like people. There's like a guy like on a table with cards, and he just like fucked up. Like he's just got like a deck of cards on like a fucking white plastic table like this in the middle of the street, like on the sidewalk. And we're like looking at each other like, we're like, this is not the right place. And then a guy comes by in a truck. I think he thought we were narcs because we're like young white kids dressed well or whatever. And we're in just a crackhead neighborhood.
All he knows is a bunch of drunks going to a concert.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like we're not narcs. Like Eric went behind the line at TSA. Like we're the opposite of narcs. But then fucking the guy drove by in the truck and was like, "Yo, like, do you guys need any help or anything?" And we're like, "What the fuck?" Like, no. Like we got out of there as quick as we could. But then we go to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Ice Cube was dope. Red Hot Chili Peppers were fucking amazing. The visuals are great.
Geek on the way home, fucking saying like, "Oh, this concert sucked." I'm like, you, sir, are the biggest nerd. Just because you didn't know more than 5 songs or you're a fake fan doesn't mean the concert sucked.
Exactly.
Best concert I've ever been to.
I mean, yeah, it was just like perfect 90s. It was like the rap from the 90s.
Was beautiful. Like,
oh my dude, that's the best part.
Like,
that was so
vibing. It was great.
That was a total Red Hot Chili Peppers experience. Like 90-degree, like comfortable weather. Like,
and you got this absolute fucking nerd who probably uses dad's credit card to get this shit. I paid $300. No, you didn't. You used your fucking dad's card, you liar.
Yeah.
Geek. And he was like, yeah, you're just being a total fucking... We're trying to have a normal conversation. He was just being a miserable prick. I'm like, don't... Like,
we met a guy from Gloucester there.
Absolute killing the vibe. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were walking out, remember? We were walking out, and we actually saw a dude from Gloucester, and he goes, "Oh, you know so-and-so?" I'm like, yeah, we actually did.
I think I had like a Celtics hat on or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
That was crazy. Everywhere we go, we always see someone that like from Massachusetts. Like,
yeah.
Later on that night, we actually saw a couple that were all fucked up on whatever.
Oh my gosh, weird. That's when we went to the monkey bar after. I forgot about.
We went to this crazy dive bar. It was pretty actually nice. It wasn't even like too much of a dive bar.
It wasn't like I mean, there was the clientele was greasy, but like the place was actually kind of cool. Like literally, like I was up on the bar walking around singing karaoke. Like we were doing Rage Against the Machines. Like fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
On top of the fucking table.
So sick, dude.
They were cool too. They're from Massachusetts and they're just all like they were on like fucking like LSD or some shit. Yeah, they were like tweaking. They weren't tweaking, but they're like, you could just tell like their pupils are like the size of my fucking nutsack.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Which means small, right?
Yeah. But no, they were like bulging out of head, dude. They're like,
yeah.
I was like, you guys are either they were fucking.
They're all fucked up. For sure, fucked
definitely
up.
On tweaking
on the pussy bean
or something, dude. I don't know what they were doing, but. It was yeah, they were good. They were funny, you know. They were nice people.
And then I go up to the bar and like this mom, like middle-aged woman comes up to me and is like, "Can you handle this?" That's like the first thing she said. That's the first thing that anyone in the bar said to us when we watched dinner. Like at least to me, I go up to the bar to get us drinks, and she comes over next to me, scoots next to me, is like, "Can you handle this?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like.
By the way, she actually was very good looking.
She actually was not bad looking at all. Yeah.
She was probably like 45.
Yeah. But so like
maybe a little younger.
We're chilling, we're saying we're having a good time, and then like she comes up to Bert, or like you guys are talking or something.
Yeah, she's like she looks at me. This is a wild statement. I promise you it's true. She looks at me and she goes, "If I was to cheat on my husband, it'd be with your friend right there, and then you." And I'm like, why not both at the same time? Like just hammering. She's like, let's do it. Like I was like, okay, I didn't think I would get this far. I didn't think that was gonna work. Like, all right. Like, so me and Jack are friggin' we're all absolutely blackout drunk, just fucking like shooting the shit with this lady, like me and Jack like flirting with her, and she was just eating up. She's like, oh, you gotta come back to my hotel after this.
Yeah.
And me and Jack were like, I mean,
what?
why not? And then Mr. CEO of Cock Block.
Hey, she threw it back on mine, so what can I say?
Florida.
No.
I don't think that chick did that.
I don't.
Did the woman?
Dude,
do that?
no.
Yeah, she did,
Okay, no. We left the bar with her, and we're walking her back to her hotel. Because mind you, she's pretty fucked up. And like at this point, like
we might have been drunker than
we're still pretty fucked up though too. Like we're all pretty.
We did like a 4-mile walk. I think we probably were drunker.
Oh yeah, well dude, I was like, dude. I sang 2 songs, and then they were like, if you just keep singing, we'll give you free drinks the whole night. So I was just drinking like crazy. Like, I'm like, I'll fucking sit here and sing and get free drinks.
Shots for Eric, I was getting shots for Eric. He was buying me drinks. Like, we were just throwing it back and forth, like, getting shit
Oh, yeah.
each other. Like, we got absolutely loaded at that place. There was probably maybe
Monkey Bar in
15
Raleigh.
people in
Yeah,
there.
we're going back. We're going back.
There's probably like 20 people
1,000%.
in there. You know, it's a big ass place, though. They were like, oh, like, because it's the third, they're like, wait until, like, tomorrow. I'm like, we're not going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess it gets wild there on, like, Saturdays, I
Yeah.
guess they were saying, or whatever day it was. It was one of the
Yeah.
days. It was a Thursday night, so, like,
No, it was
only, like, 20
Tuesday,
people.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday
because-
night. Oh my
what it was.
gosh, I forgot it was a
yeah,
fucking
because
Wednesday,
because
dude.
Fiesta week.
Yeah, dude.
So it was a Wednesday night. Sorry, it was a
Crazy,
Wednesday.
bro. Yeah, and
So
we're
you're
going
like,
back
oh
into
man,
college time.
like you guys gotta wait for like Thursday, like Friday and Saturday. And we're like, oh, we're not gonna be. And they're like, oh man, it gets wild here.
Yeah. But no, so we walked this lady back to her hotel. Eric's fucking little grab ass, touchy, handsy, fucking.
well, I mean,
she's half in the bag. Just,
Yes, continue.
but then, so we drop her off or whatever, and she just goes in, and we're like, it's like 3 o'clock, and we're like, dude, we are fucking starving. Like, where the fuck are we gonna get food? We're like scrolling, absolutely. You know, whoever's been in this situation knows when it's 3 a.m. everyone's got less than 20% of their phones, and you're like, fuck, dude, what am I gonna do? Like,
Took an Uber there, right?
no, dude, we
walked there, back
bro, we
Oh, we
fucking
Ubered back home.
yeah, we walked to
that
this
was
like 24.
downtown.
I think it's open till 5 a.m.
We walked through downtown North Carolina, Raleigh.
Absolutely fucking banged up.
Mangled, like walked probably a good 4
It was a
miles,
while,
3 or
yeah.
4 miles. I'm not even joking you, 3 or 4 miles.
Yo.
No, I believe it.
I was
Okay,
dude,
Dan, can you let Ben in? Ben's up there. All right,
straight
Dan will be right
peace.
there.
Special
Alright,
guest.
peace.
10.
Is 10 coming
10.
in?
Yeah. So then we
you guys
fucking.
watch on?
But then we get to this. We get to the place. We get to this place, dude. As we're walking up to this place. No, you're good. As we're walking up to this place, dude, it's like 4 a.m. We're walking up to this place, and it's like The Walking Dead.
Crackhead
Out
Central.
of fucking
I don't know
nowhere.
why, but I felt pretty at home.
Dude, we're all fucked up. And I think we're all just trying to play it cool, like, like we're good. But like, we have people walking up to us all fucked up at 4 a.m.
Yo, can I
We're
get
going
a
to
dollar for a drink? Can I get a dollar for this?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we bought him food.
got-
We
You're
were
like,
the man of the people that night.
Dude,
we
we were-
literally we bought like
Mr. Beast of Raleigh at
Yeah,
4
we
a.m.
literally bought like multiple people like a bunch of meals and shit and like, drinks.
And then like the one guy though on the sidewalk, I think you got him a meal or something. What up, dude? We're
Hey,
getting,
what's up,
we're-
bro?
Dude,
What's
you
up?
You ever wear a shirt? I swear. to God.
you got
You ever wear a
loose.
shirt?
No, but dude, so then Bert gets this guy a meal. This homeless guy cracked the fuck out. He's got a sign with no sign on it. He's just got the post, and it's like a sphere, like not a sphere, a spear.
He's like, did you give me a Coke, right? Like he's literally looking.
Yeah,
at me
he's
like,
looking at it. He's like, you didn't ask for a Coke. He's like, bro, you didn't get me a Coke,
this is how he
dude.
looked at me.
It's
He's
like,
like-
dude, you're cracked out.
He's
Like, what
cracked
are you
out.
talking about?
I'm gonna stare at the camera just like he's staring
Random
at me.
homeless man in Raleigh,
with
North
a pool,
Carolina.
with one of
4
those
a.m.
like poles in his hand. He's staring at me like this. He's like, you got
Dude,
me a Coke, right?
he
You got
like,
me a Coke, pal, right?
Dude,
I'm like, no, you didn't ask for it. I got you a burger and some fries, my guy. And
Yeah.
He's like, what about the Coke?
yeah, dude.
And I'm like,
We gotta get an Uber, dude. We gotta get a fucking Uber.
I'm like, I can go back up and maybe get you one, or
I can get the fuck
or
out of here.
or I can just walk away from
That's
you
what, dude.
right
My
now.
phone died, and like Bert had 7%, and you had 3%. I was like, we gotta get a fucking Uber now if we're gonna make it home, dude. We have no idea where the fuck we are.
I
Like,
thought he looked pretty pissed off at me that I didn't get him a Coke, even though I bought him a full ass meal.
yeah, well, that's exactly right. He's just
He was like
ungrateful.
ungrateful.
He's on a sidewalk at 4 a.m. and you get him a meal, and he's just like, you don't got me a Coke though? Like, where's my fucking Coke?
And I'm
They're like, dude, you didn't ask for a Coke.
You didn't get my drink.
Yeah, you forgot my diet touch account.
How am I supposed to eat this?
Drink!
That's literally how I literally thought of that. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
But he had a street sign that looked like he was like fucking spent days jabbing it into the sidewalk
like,
to
yeah,
make
like,
it into
yeah.
a spear, dude. He's walking around with this thing. It's like 6 feet, and he's like
know what's
fucking like, yo,
sick?
can you give me a meal?
And we watched
We're
him
like,
fight
yeah,
another
dude, like,
homeless person over the meal with that fucking thing.
That's what we gotta do next time. Get a little ring going.
huh?
We gotta go like homeless fight person. Fight
Yeah,
going.
we're like,
We're just like throwing money on it. We're like,
whoever wins this gets the Happy Meal.
we're throwing like money on the street.
Yeah.
Like, kill him, fucking kill
Yeah,
him.
and I got a quarter pounder on this guy.
always being homeless people like Boston at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, like I fed another homeless person in Boston. He's like, "You got any money?" I go, "No, but I'll buy you some food at Dong's right now." And he's like, "All right." But that guy was wicked cool.
No,
that was
no,
a
that was a
all-nighter.
good night.
That dude,
Eric and Bert were up.
That dude was a legend about it.
all night.
that,
Like 8
that,
o'clock
that
in the
dude was a
morning.
legend about it though. He didn't. He literally just asked for like 2 donuts and that was it, and he ate both of them.
So Johnny, that was a night too. So it was one of my friends from UMaine. It was her birthday, and they got a hotel room in Boston. It was also daylight savings time, so it went from 1:59 to 3. And so we go back to the hotel, hang out for a little bit, and we're like, all right, we got, the next train out of here is at 6 a.m. Like, all right, we got time to kill. So we get to North Station like 4:30, and we're like, all right, we got nothing. We got some time to kill.
Well,
So
Bert screwed us over our last Uber out of the city.
Yeah, I
yeah,
got.
we had we were just ready to
I kinda got a little
go. And
drunk.
Bert's like, come on, I'm trying to talk to this girl.
Go on, this sweetheart wants you to go to the hotel. Sweetheart.
And so
Lady
we-
killer.
Yep. And so we end up getting home at like 7 a.m.
I am not, by the way.
that
By the way, the
Love
people that don't know me, I am not.
Remember
By
that?
the way, at all.
Tyrese the love machine.
I do not think I am.
Yeah, that's what I was going
I'm a good talker. That's a different. It's a difference.
You don't even know that there's not even like.
No, she was good, but
We've
me
been
and Eric
going-
were stuck with like her Shreks of friends.
I
Yeah.
don't even know
Alright.
who I was talking to.
Not that
Which one was
bad.
that?
Johnny, that's kind of rude.
There was no. So I've known all of them because I went to college with them. Like Christine's a good-looking girl. McKenna, I won't say the specifics, but yeah.
All right, Eric.
Okay. All right, I'll stop talking.
Let's just.
What?
We'll keep it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We don't want to make anyone feel bad, Eric. Don't bring up like specific names, dude.
Well, it was freezing rain too. So
Yeah,
we were, like,
that
doing
That was
water.
like in the middle of March.
It was like
just
5 a.m.
raw.
We're about to get dunks before we hit the train. and
Nips
shit.
piercing
Yeah,
through the
some
shirt.
guy- Some guy was just like, dude, like you got like 5 on it, and I'm like, my man, if I'm gonna give you any
I
money,
knew you said that, dude. I knew you said that.
that was good. My man, if
I fucking knew it. The way you said it to Dan, I was like, yeah.
my
Oh,
man, if I'm gonna give you any money, I'm gonna just buy you food. He's like,
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh,
that
dude.
guy was kind of like humble about it. He was a
Dude.
good guy.
Dude, and then I was gonna say, we'll do Eric. Athletic stance.
Cheers!
That's the 3rd time you've done it this podcast. Fourth.
You're head happy and you're not getting any head.
And then,
0
yeah.
for Mr.
I don't even know, dude.
How's doing business with him?
I feel like we'll end it there. Like we're gonna go back to Raleigh, North Carolina for J. Cole's Dream Fest, Dreamville
That's gonna be
Festival,
crazy.
the 5th annual, the last one. The last one.
That's the last one?
Last one, and it's gonna be a week. And it's gonna be a weekend this time. And
I'm getting a shirt. I'm getting a poster. I'm
Yeah.
getting fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's $100. I'm getting every fucking.
Eric might get a tattoo.
$50 for the year.
But we'll be back in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Everyone
And,
pop out first weekend of April.
Yeah, we're running to a class of 2019 reunion, so we apologize that the camera had some faulty incidents.
You guys
but-
have fun with that tonight. dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking get
It
after
will
it.
be recontinued.
Casual blackout. Eric's back to back right here. You're going back to back?
Back to back what?
Dude, Ben had no.
Back like I'm on the
Ben
cover
had
of
like
Lethal
3
Weapon.
drinks.
I don't know what the over-under is.
97. Whoa.
What's the over-under on Ben's set time for, like, no shirt on tonight?
What time
It
is
was
it now?
probably
7
like.
o'clock.
What
No,
time is it now? It's 5:43.
I give him a half hour.
he's at Zeno's, just takes it off. He's like, God, I love beefs. Yeah. That'd be
I'll
fucking
give it
fun.
from
8:30.
Okay, so 6:30 is the start.
All right, don't get so. Don't be like the guy on Comcast Sports Time. Like, well, 7:30, the Celtics are starting.
I'm not gonna say that word on stream, but
He goes, dude, I want to take my shirt off, but like I don't think anybody will do it. I look at him, I go, you fucking kid. As soon as you take it off, mine's already. So I took it off, put it back on to order drinks, and I kept taking it off.
So what time we go to the sports bar? Like 9? Somewhere around that. I'll
Okay,
give it 45 minutes
Ipswich,
into the sports bar. Shirts coming.
So by 10, by 10.
Like, put those goddamn shirts back on. I don't leave by 10.
Later.
Once they notice the
Yeah.
time on, they're like, put that fucking thing back on.
Can't come to the sports bar.
You ruined
Alright.
it. You soiled it.
Soiled it. All right, that's it. We're back.
We're back.
Base is back.
We're so back.
Bert, we're happy to have you here.
Yep, first one. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're back. 5 years out of high school. Wait, 5 years, right? 5.5.
5.5. Yeah.
5.5.
Too bad our fucking class hates us. We haven't even. Well, we
That's
see each
crazy
other.
'cause our
We see
grade
each
wasn't
other
close
every
at
day.
all.
Yeah, we see each other down Pratt.
Our
every
grade
fucking
was
weekend.
not
They just
close
do.
at all. We're having
90% of the people at this reunion will be the first time I'm seeing them since.
Oh yeah.
a good amount. Yeah.
Well, like you'll see like some of like the groups like on Thanksgiving Eve, but like not all of them.
Yeah.
We have so many different subsectors.
Yeah.
Why do your class just withdraw too many funds for birth control?
Dude, we.
That's a good one.
We just see each other down Pratt weekend anyway, bro. We're all them fucking. Yeah, exactly.
They got too many teen pregnancies, though. No babysitters.
Once you're on the island, you never leave the island, my friend.
The baby there go
All
fuck the
right,
baby.
Johnny, you gotta say bye.
Yeah, you
All right.
Say your goodbyes, Johnny.
We're back.
Everybody.
Peace out, guys. Thank you for
Until
watching.
next time.
On self